So yes, what I'm actually doing is starting off from checkpoints. And we do as much of the story as possible, however, if I don't. As I just defeated, defeated the Demon King for worms like us. He's immortal, as we've heard for the 12th time. Mere wounds such as those mean nothing to him. Oh! Just keep slapping him with the comebacks, though. Why haven't you regenerated? It's just a matter of seconds. Oh no! What kind of twisted joke is this? Why am I not regen cough? Amana Crest has been perfected, but it still can't contain Elias's power. Perhaps even with his body, even his own body isn't enough for all that mana, which is why he had to lend the art all his weakness, just like the Korhuxes. That says a lot about how undeniably powerful your magic is, but it's also your biggest weakness, sir. What have you done to yourself? Says me to the Demon King. Will pay as soon as he figures out what's going wrong with his power. The Monocrest was still able to steal the archdemons who were a part of your power. 3,600 MP to be exact. Isn't it? Or 4,800? I can't remember. We simply sealed another part of him. It was Helios cough in the middle of the battle. Exactly what the Demon King said. Now, buddy, hating yourself like that isn't healthy, you know. Gosh dang it. Why am I doing this to my boy Kristoff? Tacitus represented the Monoscourge, Kabir, nature manipulation, Nefertiti, mind control. And Helios, he took with him your immortality in red letters, Demon King. It can't be, but it is. He won't accept it.
I'm tired of this.
Give up, Elias. It's over after 13 chapters. We'll all pay, as we haven't done the title yet, title of the game. Everyone, let's jump on him. Quick, dogpile. For the first time in 60 years, we can dogpile the Demon King. Even in this state, he's extremely dangerous. He might even regain his immortality somehow. Well, let's do it then. So, who's gonna do it? This is the moment I was waiting for. What if we let him go, though? What if we let him go? Non-standard game over style. What? Ria didn't expect such nonsense from Shiori. Yeah, for real? Are you okay? The Demon King is the calamity that has plagued our continent for 60 years. Yeah, but his backstory sucked. If we keep punishing criminals, what incentive do they have to, try to be better? Do I realize the immense consequences of letting him go, Shiori? No, my sanity! But this isn't the man who worked there, not anymore. He's the Demon King. Shiori, as much as Faratras understands the intentions, this is not the right answer. The only chance for a radiant future with the radiant sword of light. Nini. Me? Yes, you, Suzaku, as the holder of the Monocrest, and for the ancient dispute between your grandfather and him, let the blood of both families settle the deal. Suzaku, yes, I understand it all started in that laboratory over 60 years ago. And now that same bloodline that was once cursed by Elias Lemon shall bring an end to his wicked life. Haha, is that your petty answer now that I'm weak on my knees on the ground in front of you? Your ancestor stole everything from me, Suzaku. Would killing me change that fact, says the Demon King? I don't know about my ancestor. You robbed me of that memory.
Scream if it hurts.
Oh no! There's what. So that's something that I was warned about by someone, and yeah.
You will pay.
I'm so glad it paid off, and that's due to
Stating
a hidden meter.
rose lilies with her blood.
I thank the developer for allowing that. Is he dead? Oops, I'll let the road voices rock.
The Demon King has been slain.
We've done it! We've won! The world is safe!
In the middle of a pathed road. Listen, not every victory has to be splendorous. Splendorous?
Our mission has been completed. At last.
Hey, why is everyone so silent?
I get what the others are thinking, says Shiori.
Do you think Helios helped us?
He was the Demon King, Kristoff. A murderer who destroyed entire nations.
But what if that side of him, the one who traveled with us...
Enough. It's not important now.
It's kind of important.
Sorry, it was inappropriate. And I think everyone has their own answer to that matter.
It's okay. It was worth mentioning.
Were Alias and Helios different entities? We might never know the answer to that, and so many more questions, said Shiori. But one thing is certain, exclamation mark.
Come on, we've just defeated the Demon King, guys.
Group
Did a
hug.
great job, don't you think? Aren't you happy?
Yes, sister, you're right. It's finally over. I think we're just very exhausted now that the tension has died down.
I won't deny that.
Elias might have been defeated, but the scars he left in our hearts still last.
How about you all come with me and Nini to Sacropiliar?
The Pylum capital?
Yeah, we'll be able to rest properly there, and even talk to the matriarch if necessary.
Was that a sound I made? What the heck?
Oh, and don't forget about the food. We're definitely having a huge feast. My treat.
What a great idea, Shiori! Oh, it's been a while since I visited Pylum.
Is there meat?
As much as you want.
And desserts?
The best in Arvium.
I'm in.
I hope you also have food worthy of the tactician who saved your lives over the past few months.
Nah, I think that was Kristoff.
Some nostalgic flavor would definitely... Dog
Whoops.
food too, perhaps.
Sorry, Suzaku. This nostalgic flavor would definitely be appreciated after all of this suffering. Suffering?
Shall we go then? To our deserved denouement.
No, there's another hill to climb. Don't fade out! Would I like to save at the end of this chapter? Sure. It's my fault for stopping there anyway. Again, these are the saves that I used just to make sure everything was working out correctly, although I should swing back to 1. No, swing over here. Bonk. Shades of Love, Chapter 14.
Every tale must have its conclusion. The news spread rapidly, carried as quickly as the messenger pigeons can fly. Even so, it arrives late, for Arvium has already surmised his defeat. What else can explain the demonic hordes pausing their rampage as one, and dissolving into countless conflicting pieces? The will that once drove them has perished. The Demon King is defeated, once and for all. Soldiers are already sortieing into the wilderness to exterminate any lingering monsters. With no further need for heroes, Sir Ornier and his companions make for Pylum. To report to Matriarch Soraya, the war is over. Only this last task remains before the party breaks apart, each to their own duties. It may be some time before they meet again. In fact, it may finally be time to seek conclusions to other, more personal matters.
Very personal. Run, Faratras, run! Chapter 14. The Shades of Love. With this fire burning before us, high above the night sky. Oh, I have to click, that's right. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Suzaku's POV. 4:55 p.m. So this is Sacropiliar. It's even colder here than in Termin. Brr. We're in the far north of Arvium. The temperatures are pretty frigid, says Shiori. Woot woot. A combination of woof and loot. You like this cold, huh? Well, that was not appropriate. So, what do we do next? I still can't believe it's all over, thinks Suzaku. We have no more battles to face. The world is at peace, after all. There are still threats that need to be countered, like Amaranth. But knowing that the matriarch is taking care of that, we can rest safe. Speaking of the matriarch, says Faratras.
I'm not sure about that.
She seems to have been involved in the vassalage rite of Faratras and Shiori's birth. Indeed, as soon as they get an audience with her, they'll ask for clarifications. And when will that be? According to the informants, Matriarch Soraya is currently on her way back from the front lines after dismantling Amaranth's forces to the south. During her own extra chapter, where she was being a cool person, we'll be able to meet her tomorrow morning at the cathedral, says Ria. The cathedral, ... That building over there? Exactly. It's the most iconic spot in the capital. If you've lived here, it's hard to forget, said to the guy who has amnesia. But what can we do until tomorrow? We still have a half a day ahead of us. Kristoff wants to relax. After all the trouble everyone went through, he feels it's deserved. As for that, says Shiori, as a priestess of Pilum and Her Holiness Soraya's favorite, she always has a couple of rooms available. Only a couple, eh? 3 rooms, pairing off. Sorry. Come on, Red, it's not as good. Does the princess want an entire palace? Asked Suzaku. Does the knight want to sleep in Lukos's doghouse? Well, we gotta pair off somehow. She was just pointing out that there aren't enough rooms for everyone, so... Oh, great idea, Ria, says Kristoff. He loves this kind of camaraderie. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, everyone realizes what I've been saying. Share the rooms! Yes, we do share the rooms, Faratras. Why is everyone so uncomfortable? I can sleep with Suzaku. Ria meant for the twins to stay in Shiori's lodgings and for Kristoff and Ria to stay in the camp. Of course, that makes sense, as a blushing Faratras looks to the side. Lukos doghouse, here I come! Of course you'd be sleeping back at camp, you silly boy. I knew it, but I really wanted his doghouse. And just when all of our comrades have been summoned by Empress Phoebe for their contribution in this war. Look, Suzaku's looking forward to joining them when their business with Her Holiness is concluded. Sigh. He's going to end up feeling lonely for sure, because I didn't pair Suzaku with anyone. Don't even have a cook. Come on, Suzaku, you can join me and Shiori. Can't leave you alone. If you have to sleep there, he'll keep you company as a good friend, should. And Suzaku thanks Kristoff for his manly muscles. Actually, very sweet of him, exclamation mark. Kristoff is such a nice guy when I'm not bungling lines. Ria, I know we're simply talking about accommodation, but are you sure? Asks Faratras, wink wink to Ria. Don't worry about it. Perhaps we will visit you for some tea later. Come on, Kristoff, as Ria starts to walk away. We need to set up the tents. Okay. What do you say, Fa? Says Shiori. Shall she show her to her room? Sure, though she feels sorry. I bet I'm not included in them, in quotation marks. Thinks Shiori? Bye, Orny. Bye. Bye. Nah, I'm alone. Alone night. Hey, this doesn't feel right. I want... Man, I don't know what I want. What do I really want now that I think about it? Until now, I've only thought about recovering my memories or defeating the demons, thinks Suzaku. But now that the world is at peace, what should I even do? I got this dog. Excuse me? You say I'm supposed to stay with those who really matter to me? Woot! Since when are you a relationship counselor? I mean, he can sense loot and mana, and very valuable things. Though the wolf is right, maybe he should stop holding his feelings back. Who does he really want to spend his future with? He's had an entire journey worth of experiences with these people. Maybe now, it's finally time for Suzaku to make up his mind to become the Demon King! I'm not ready for a relationship. Is this what he really wants? He has to make sure this is his final decision. I have the feeling that this choice will affect his future. Yes, he's better off becoming the Demon King on his own for now. He's better off on his own, is the choice. No, but who is he kidding? Is a person like Suzaku with no past and no memories worthy of walking alongside anyone, really? He needs to work on his better inner self first, so that he can actually support those who are important to him, which are his whole party. Yeah, and I got you, Lukos. Woot woot. I know you're disappointed, Lukos, says Suzaku, but I think this is the wisest decision. In my current state, I'd only end up being in the way of her already difficult situation. It's better if we face our respective futures on our own, at least for the time being. And perhaps one day, our paths will cross again. In such a way that we can visit the other continents and see what's going on over there. It's not always a Demon King, as we switch to Faratras' point of view. Theme of romance. Faratras is tired. Now that the threat of Elias is gone and she's calmed down, the weight of the last few days is starting to take its toll on her. There'll be 3,000 things to do in particular, between rebuilding Hoikade and hunting down the last of Amaranth's forces. Sigh, to make matters worse, her mind is clouded with juvenile thoughts for someone who, hasn't had any time to rest. So she's gonna make some tea. What a shame. If Lulu saw her, she'd feel sorry for her. After all, Lulu taught Faratras to drink tea with someone to enjoy it to the fullest. The company makes it better. And Faratras is sad. She misses Lulu, her dear friend.
Who's there?
Faratras. It's me.
Sneaking in at night. Ria, but what's she doing here, thinks Faratras.
And sorry about the mess.
What mess? Except for the books, it's very tidy.
Yes. It's an old habit I had at the castle too. And one that is rather hard to let die. But never mind that. Did you need something?
Well, I just wanted to bring you some tea leaves.
Is that what we're calling it now? Tea leaves, and this variety. Oh, very particular tea. It's the same Faratras have. Okay, good. What a coincidence. And what a relief.
Some time ago, at the Midbar Market, you seemed interested in this kind of tea. So, I thought you might like this gift.
It's the same kind of tea that Lulu always made for Faratras. Ellipses. I can't accept, please. Ria, thanks. That's very kind of you.
You're welcome. I see, however, that you are already making tea. 2 cups, to be precise.
Now, Ria doesn't miss a thing, as usual.
I like to drink in company. And I just happen to be waiting for someone. Would you like to join me?
With pleasure.
We just need to wait for the water to warm up. Then we'll use the leaves you brought.
Just out of curiosity, was the other cup for me?
I've been waiting for you, Ria.
This sort of attention from you. It honors me, Faratras.
But you're both princesses. Seeing Ria so embarrassed makes Faratras' heart flutter.
I wonder if this hot tea will finally melt your ice mask.
Ooh, I shouldn't be narrating this.
Are you really that interested in seeing what lies beneath my mask?
I have to admit that I am. After all we've been through together.
Faratras, where did this come from?
I yearn to see all sides of you.
Fade
I'm
to
having
black.
a hard time holding back my feelings, Ria.
Ha! Faratras, what are you... Please, Faratras, wait.
Hello? I'm gonna be safe here.
Wait.
Is this too sudden?
No, it's just... Are you sure about this?
You brought those tea leaves to my room, Ria. Surely a great tactician such as yourself would have expected this outcome, right?
It was a remote possibility, undoubtedly. But it seems unreal that you feel the same way.
Are my feelings unreal to you?
Far from it. But for the longest time, I thought this was only a mere fantasy of mine.
And yet, all of this is real.
Faratras, we're royalty. And we're both women. There will be consequences if...
Ria, look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes and listen to your heart.
You know it to be true. I'm sorry, I can't resist. I have to add something to this video for safety's sake.
What does it say? Yes.
I want you so badly.
See, such a good, honest woman you are.
I want you, but I've always ignored these desires.
What if I told you that you don't have to hide your feelings anymore?
I would probably think I'm dreaming.
You're not dreaming. Faratras loves you, Ria.
Faratras.
Help? I mean, technically, but hey, if you want it...
Was it better than in your dreams?
Much better.
Do you still care about the consequences?
No. Say that again, please. It's unfair how direct you can be. But if I can allow myself to indulge in these feelings too, without second thoughts...
Say it, Ria.
I love you too, Faratras. I've always loved you more than you can imagine.
So the ice has finally melted.
You know, I don't know. I'm gonna try. And that's how Faratras and Ria became one. I shouldn't be narrating in this way. One could say that they were polar opposites, but to Faratras, it seems like they've always been two sides of the same coin. The burning passion of their hearts could only be matched by the scalding water of the tea. Faratras had completely forgotten about it. Good thing that Ria noticed it in time. Nothing ever escapes her gaze. And that's why she wants Ria to keep looking at her until death do they part. I mean, it's a magical world. You can make a family. Well, technically, if you didn't already know, also, this has to do with our real world. It's possible, as we move to Suzaku's point of view once more, for people of the same gender, I think it was like 2 females had a child through some, basically science. We're reaching that point. I don't know how good the chances are, but it was possible. Looks like everyone is here, says Suzaku, shifty eyes. And looking at them, it's awkwardly obvious that something happened last night. Ahem, says Ria. It's about time they go to the meeting with Her Holiness. Is everyone ready? Yeah, we can finally put an end to the journey and focus on what's next. Really looking forward to whatever's next. There's a lot to do, at least in Faratras' case. Agreed. It's going to be tough, but with Faratras' support, Shiori is sure she can do her best. What are we waiting for then? Asks Kristoff. Let's report our achievements and go celebrate like they deserve. Yes, says Suzaku. Also, I don't think I got enough maybe points with... Well, we'll see. We'll find out. Would I like to save? Sure. We'll just keep on trucking through the true finale. Listen, if there's something wrong here, I'm just going to be sad. True finale, Children of Fate. So I think it's okay to leave. I mean, well, I shouldn't ask what I'm about to ask, so I'm gonna withdraw that statement as we remain on Suzaku's point of view. It's almost time. Everyone's been waiting for almost an hour.
It's going to be shiny!
The shiny religion and faith of all of Arvium is administered here. When you think about it, it's quite exciting. Well, suppose it is, says Suzaku, although he can't remember much about their faith. Click her tongue. Every time Ria steps foot in there, she feels uncomfortable. Well, she's not exactly the religious type. Everyone knows, says Kristoff. Ria hates to break it to everyone, but deep down, Kristoff doesn't seem that religious either. What? Is there anything wrong with Kristoff dedicating his battles to Lord Valonia? Teehee, let's call it a personal interpretation, says Shiori. Oh, okay. I was about to say. Faratras has been thinking about this ever since they've arrived, but the cathedral is beautiful to her. But let's not let it distract from their report. Indeed, a lot has happened since everyone last discussed matters with the matriarch in Magnolia. Hasn't she been kept abreast of everything through Ria's informants, though? Asks Suzaku. Not everything, just the most essential information given the dire situation they were in until the other day. Suzaku wonders if there are any pressing matters that only the matriarch can answer. I mean, the adjutants are with them too, right? Hi. Oh, this is...
Miss LeBlanc!
Matilda. Nice to see... She's glad to see Shiori again. Who is now Shiori Koikade? It's Shiori's pleasure. It's been a while since she saw a fellow priestess. And Matilda appreciates the enthusiasm, teehee. Do all priestesses giggle in that cute way? Asked me and Suzaku together from beyond the computer screen. The matriarch will receive everyone very soon. Matilda just wanted to tell us this. How soon is quote-unquote soon? About 10 minutes. Soon enough.
If you need anything, I'm here.
Matilda will come and call everyone when the time comes. And then she excuses herself. 8:17 a.m. As Ria was saying, there are some things that they still need to discuss with Her Holiness. Well, she could definitely tell them more about Amaranth. She fought the cult this whole time, right? Yes, now that the demons are gone, the cult is the last menace left in this world, aside from what's happening beyond the sea. Haha, sure that Her Holiness is taking care of that already, says Shiori, and I say I doubt it. Ria wonders though, and what about the other mysteries involving the church? Now that Suzaku thinks about it, the church should have known, in red wording, about the research in Midbar, since Saito made contact with them. But the matriarch never mentioned anything about that in their last meeting. It's been more than 60 years already. Soraya wasn't even born at the time. Are you telling us that it's not even mentioned in the church's records? Fair point, Shiori gives him the benefit of logic. And it's not the only thing that has been bothering Suzaku. Soraya was aware of the twins' birth too. Matilda groans in the background.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you for waiting, Her Holiness. Soraya is a bit early, says Matilda. So let's go. Suzaku's probably just overthinking, or probably not. These are nitpicks in the bigger picture. The world is at relative peace, the Demon King is no more. Suzaku should just be thinking about finding some new meaning in life. Maybe. Trailed off with 3 ellipses. With an ellipses, or 3 periods, sorry. Goodness gracious, I called myself a writer in the background. 8:25 a.m. On the inside, it's quite different than what Suzaku imagined. Despite how he can vaguely recall its appearance outside, the site doesn't trigger any memories. Faratras would say it looks even better than expected. She might take notes from when she has to rebuild Hoikade. And Suzaku will try to remember as many details as possible in case she needs a hand. And Faratras appreciates his help. Just call an architect, says Ria. No, Faratras is mine, thinks Ria. Matilda has taken her leave, the one coming to them, though, going to them. Ah, my back. Hello, Soraya. A wonderful sight, she must admit. There's nothing like welcoming her beloved children into the sacred cathedral, the heart of Pylam. What Shiori said. My, she's back to her old energetic self. Soraya's happy for her. And Kristoff is humbled to once again be in the presence of the divine matriarch. And Soraya returns the formalities. We've come across many shocking battles and revelations, says Suzaku. Of that there is no doubt. Soraya's support in each of these circumstances, however, has allowed them to prevail over the demons. I hope this holds true regarding inner demons as well, my beloved knight, says Soraya. Her Holiness, to think that the monocrest she gifted Suzaku ended up saving him. Good to see you again, Matriarch, says Faratras. You have a peaceful look this time, Soraya responds. It seems the journey that began with your escape has come to an end, vassal. It would appear so, though some doubts still linger. What doubts? Why don't you tell her, says Ria. You're her favorite Holy Knight, after all. Me? Sure, says Suzaku. Ask about the research. You mean the research of Elias Lemon and Saito Pascal, correct? Yes, I see you've already been informed. It was the most striking discovery, after all. What about it? According to some documents everyone found in the laboratory, it appears that Saito made contact with the church at the time. Oh my, exclaimed Soraya, so you found out. Well, I was expecting a bit more of a shocked reaction, but, you know, that's not weird at all. Your Holiness, please explain yourself, says Ria. You're certainly aware of the implications of these findings. There's nothing to it really. Do you know the original goal of that research? Saito and Elias wanted to find a way to use mana for healing under any possible circumstances. Isn't that wonderful, says Soraya. No one would ever have to suffer again, with a smile on her face and a frown as she says, unfortunately, our research was stolen by Amaranth right after the rise of the Demon King. What? Exclaims Suzaku. So the experiments Amaranth currently conducts, thinks Faratras out loud. They're based on the papers the church got from Saito. Yes, obviously, it's been a huge shame for Pylum. It'd be a scandal if this became known. And Suzaku can see why. Because of the church's carelessness, now the world suffered and must suffer the influence of the cult. We have vowed to personally take care of this matter and put an end to Amaranth with our own hands, says Soraya. Is that why you didn't mention to us earlier? Were you attempting to cover up the truth to avoid a quote-unquote scandal, question mark? Pardon the disrespect, but Ria finds that extremely selfish. It's certainly a disappointing revelation to Shiori, but remember this, Ria. The church fights against Amaranth on the front lines, and thanks to their efforts, the cult's almost defeated.
This is my holy duty.
And Soraya wants to atone for past sins. Her task as the leader of the sacred theocracy of Pylum remains that of providing a bright future for all. Suzaku thinks that sounds plausible, if a bit suspicious. What about that other pressing matter? The matter of Faratras and Shiori's twin birth. Soraya says so the truth has finally surfaced, and Faratras wants an explanation. Certainly the circumstances surrounding the birth of Faratras and Shiori Hoikade were to be kept secret. Out of my mouth! This had been accepted by everyone present at the time of the incident, including herself and General Mooney. God rest her soul. God rest her soul? You've taken care of... Soraya has taken care of Shiori ever since she was a child. What reason would she have to keep Shiori away from her true family? And Suzaku agrees, separating the two sisters was an act of cruelty to him. Everyone finds Soraya in complete agreement, and her heart mourns that disgrace every day. However, there is nothing more she could do. The foundations of the world would have collapsed if it became known that the vassalage was incomplete, due to things that happened that I mentioned in the last video. So to save face, Soraya let Faratras and Shiori suffer an adverse fate, says Ria, clinging to Faratras. And Faratras asks Ria to calm down and not to raise her voice. The matriarch has always kept an eye on Shiori, right? She wanted to make sure that the Demon King didn't affect her. And she did. Shiori has no doubts that Soraya tried to protect her. Shiori would have sensed any ill intentions with her, what former power otherwise, thinks Suzaku. Soraya must have carried such a heavy burden too, Shiori laments. Surely in an ideal world, everything would have been simpler. Suzaku fails to see any decisive proof to incriminate the Church of Pylum for how things were managed. Soraya did her best, yet none of these explanations really sound convincing. If that's all, Soraya wants to ask one last favor of everyone. She wants the Mana Crest back because she's the true evil! What for? Asks Ria. That Mana Crest now contains the mana of all sorts of powerful beings, from the Archdemons to the Demon King. It also contains your mana, and that of the people it came in contact with. Soraya can't even imagine what could happen if Amaranth managed to put their hands on it. Indeed, says Faratras, it has become a receptacle for a frightening power. But why does Soraya want it? They could protect it themselves. Soraya fears for the safety of Sir Ornier if it were to remain in his hands, and the church is already used to fighting against Amaranth, she tries to reason. Should it remain with Suzaku, chances are he'll get assassinated or mind-controlled to unleash the power that lies dormant in the Monocrest. Well, quite the chilling prospect, thinks Suzaku and I. Suzaku does have the power to unleash the mana in the Monocrest, though, and he wouldn't want to use it against his will. Ria says you know what to do. Something doesn't add up. Not gonna do it, says Suzaku. He may be mistaken as the background music fades, and this disrespect may cost him dearly. But if he lets these doubts be brushed aside, he might make an even bigger mistake.
Do you think so too, then?
Maybe we all think so.
Shiori should have sensed these secrets, says Suzaku.
How insolent, my children. Are you suggesting that I, the matriarch of Pylum, have been malicious?
Well, when you start talking like that, we gotta rock.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you used to infer many feelings other than just malice, right?
We need to walk the path of the midnight sun.
Yes, that's true. I could sense all kinds of emotions.
How come you didn't realize that the matriarch was hiding something from you?
I don't know. I've never sensed anything wrong with Her Holiness Soraya.
My purity is such that not even the power of the Demon King can sense my emotions. I am the matriarch, after all.
And now she's feeling herself.
Watch what you say, Soraya.
It's your holiness for you, princess.
Everyone, are you sure you want to get to the bottom of this? As a believer, I can't lay a finger on the church, let alone on Her Holiness.
Yes, Kristoff. The truth deserves to be revealed, especially after all this suffering.
Dun dun dun.
I see. That's really unfortunate then. For her, I mean. Because from today on, I am no longer faithful to the church. Only to Lord Valanja.
Does that even make any sense? Asks Suzaku and I in our thoughts.
You heard us. Do you have anything else to say?
The Monocrest stays here, ma'am.
Sir Ornier, surely you know what it means to defy me, correct?
Ooh, don't talk with a smile like that.
Give up, Your Holiness. There are too many doubts surrounding the church at the moment.
We can't risk letting an artifact as important as this falling into the wrong hands. I'm truly sorry, Your Holiness.
But we'll get to hear her maniacal laughter, right?
Magnolia will think about how to protect the Monocrest while conducting a formal investigation into the church. If the suspicions get cleared, I promise we'll give you the Monocrest. But in the meantime, I expect your full cooperation.
I get it.
Your Holiness?
You know too much.
Henshin!
It's time to put you to sleep, my children.
Oh, not that though. The screen turned red and then it faded to black. From behind.
What? But there wasn't anyone else here!
Nini! Was that dimensional magic? It can't be.
Can you stand?
Yes.
He was stabbed from behind, but thankfully it wasn't deep. But hopefully it wasn't poisoned either.
The Monocrest. It's gone.
Or someone used the skill Mug on him.
What's the meaning of this, Soraya?
Don't you know it's rude to make the matriarch repeat herself? You heard her. You know too much.
Yeah! Best boy question mark is back.
You're Liveness, but you should be dead.
Yeah, he's probably the one who stabbed you. And he's got the Monocrest.
Why are you all staring at me? Do we know each other?
What?
Your Holiness, here's the Monocrest.
Great job. You're the only child I need, Liveness.
So many questions!
I don't know what's happening here, but we're surrounded.
Quick, Stella triplet.
And the gates behind us have been closed. Yikes!
But you have a big axe, Kristoff.
You won't get out of here alive.
Thank you for stockpiling all that precious mana in my mana crest. Farewell, Sir Ornier.
Bye. Again, the reason why I continue talking sometimes is partly, well, for the narration, it's for those who are on mobile. Otherwise, well, things can happen to videos, and I don't have the resources to deal with what happens if certain things happen. I say as I include a certain scene that happened about 20 minutes ago, so... Hey, it's time to play Clue. I mean, it's time to move around. Reach Soraya by 11 a.m. Hi. No, now we must fight humans! Let's not reduce our own accuracy if possible. Gonna walk around and fight as I look over to the side just to make sure everything's okay.
Mana blessing.
Hello.
Let's see.
Oh, you're all in the front? Well, eat this.
Once again, it's my turn.
Eateth this. Whoop, I didn't mean to do that, though.
Has a weakness. Once again, it's my turn.
A Blumbra, please.
My turn.
Lateral dance? Lateral dance?
Target has a weakness.
Lateral dance. Lateral dance? Lateral dance. I wasn't sure for some reason. It's been a while. You don't have the MP to do it, so just slam someone. And then a Judge Light and hope nothing goes wrong. Goes wrong. Protect the entire roll, that's fine. That's partly why I targeted you.
Shall be purified.
And partly why she already decides to do a crit. Oh my goodness, they're so tanky though. I mean, there are 3 of them in the front. What did I expect? That it was gonna be easy? Nah. They are taking quite a bit of damage, though. Help! A Spiralux! And healing. Ah, proper healing enemy. It always looks like they heal more than they do, but gotta remember that's not the case.
Can you withstand this darkness? Oh, Bloombra!
It'll be fine. Keep cleaving.
Like a rock from the sky, here I cometh valiantly.
Also, rip, Suzaku has no mana. Well, I guess it's a good decision that I...
Behold the flames of judgment!
That I still didn't build into that, aside from the passives, obviously, but...
Holy knights, give me strength!
And we have all our adjutants by our side. Some are rivals, some are enemies. We'll just do it again.
I have a mission to fulfill.
Yeah, literally just do it again, though. It's because I don't have mana with Suzaku, so that's why people aren't healing or recovering. Mana gen isn't as high as it should be. That said, step forward, Rhea. And then into a Judge Light. They're gonna go first, though, so be it. Actually, I should be single targeting here. It might be... I mean, it's less efficient, but I'm still well, we'll see. I haven't single attacked with Suzaku since the last boss battle.
How about this?
Hiya!
This?
Yeah, that's I'd probably do better single targeting.
Scream if it hurts.
Goodness.
I actually believed in
Well, at least I get the heal off. And I'm not I don't need to store any mana anyway, because I don't have the mana crest with me, so I should just be burning through my MP here. Or mana. Or MP, it's called MP. Hey. Yeah, I should just be burning through MP. Look at that fairy incense. They're gonna move. I mean, I could just rush this. It's not like I desperately need the levels. However... let's find out, because this map is too big for nothing to happen. So, as I just said. Assassinos! Have you noticed, asks Rhea? Yeah, it's not just the Holy Knights here, mutters Suzaku. That's the cult of Amaranth, says Kristoff. They're in league with the church! It's as Rhea suspected. Everyone made an error in judgment from the beginning. A small error, but it leads to big things. You don't mean that, yes, the cult of Amaranth is administered by the Church of Pylum. But how? Asked Suzaku. They've been at each other's throats until now. It was all a ruse. If we remember our previous encounters with the cult, even high-ranking men like Garion didn't know who the leader was. Fighting the cult, it was all a cover story from the beginning. They've just been drinking out in the battlefield. So up until now, the matriarch wasn't really eradicating Amaranth. On the opposite, she was gathering the forces of both armies in the capital. Do we think Her Holiness Soraya is the head of the cult, then? Well, we'll have to ask her in person. Now go. Let the legend come to life. I think we're gonna stand here. I feel like... No, well, yeah, we'll run. Follow in range? Yeah, let's just do this while we're here. Having low accuracy on fights like this isn't something I'm really fond of doing. And even if that maiden in the... fair maiden in the back, even if she heals everyone, we're still dealing more damage just AoEing. Unless she has an AoE heal as well, but still, I mean, it's better than anything else she might be able to do. So, that said though, we might as well just jump on her in the back. And let's go. Let's see what happens. Rawr, Thunderclaws. Don't paralyze me. No, don't paralyze me. Stop. Okay, good. A miss? These assassinos, please. I mean, I have nothing else. Well, aside from lamenting my own RNG, but, you know, that's why we're here. She's gonna... Well, if she heals herself, good, then do it. I dare you. Yeah. That's a turn I don't need to worry about. That's a turn I could spend also healing someone else. But I think Kristoff is gonna attack first, so, no, the answer's no, Kristoff, as you slam that poor woman onto the ground. Wave 2. So, we have a tank,
It's my turn.
2 DPS, and another DPS. Still, I'm gonna focus prayer, because Suzaku's dying here.
I have a mission
I don't think that was on the correct target. Let's just be sure here.
my people, I'll keep fighting.
A Blumbra. Dance, Rhea, dance. Dance, Rhea, dance.
I'm watching you.
With her eyes that she has now, but she didn't used to have. Wide Fortress. Wide, Thick Knight. Defense up. Stop! I'm going to heal. Let me heal. Well, at least we go first.
Scream if it hurts.
And yeah, let's just get the damage in. Suzaku, you're dying! Quick, Kristoff, heal! Heal your bro! How much does this heal for?
Believed in this one.
Near full. I mean, he was pretty low. He has regen now, but now I don't want them to die. I want them to live another turn. Or maybe I don't, because of the time passing, but
Hoikade's will is eternal.
we'll leave that to our adjutants to decide. Nope. So,
Slaying, healing, I'm your man.
yep, just go.
It's time to be judged.
Slam him into the back wall. Well, never mind. And then Suzaku's gonna poke him in the ribs, the bones. I said the bones, the ribs. Night ribs. No, my mana's going nowhere. You're gonna give it back to me, right? Let's find out if Pat. Well, I will. I'll withhold what I'm gonna say for the time being. Walk into me. Do it. I dare you. Where are you going? Oh, is this... Are you on guard? Yeah, you're on guard. Whatever. Come. Oh, please. Please. Game, please. Okay, good. I was about to say. I thought it was about to crash for some reason.
It's my turn.
You have nothing to do now, so just this into this. Nope. Why? I have to go lower than I thought. Also, on a separate note, I think there was talk about the difficulties either being renamed and rebalanced because people are having trouble with the game here and there. So, I mean, if it happens, it happens.
It's my turn.
I wasn't really having a problem. Yes, I did game over here and there, but those are mistakes I made. It wasn't due to something that was absurdly not designed well, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. And then, if anyone's complaining about hardcore difficulty, I mean, it's... I mean, I don't know what to say to that. There's a lot... I could talk a whole video about it, but I don't think that would be very fun, especially if I have to stop and narrate. So, yeah. Now, don't heal. You're undoing progress. I hate that. As everyone gets uplumbered. But yeah, we'll see what happens. If nothing, well, again, we'll see what happens. It hasn't been done yet, but I know there's been discussion here and there about it.
Like a rock from the sky, here I cometh valiantly.
At the same time, I personally, I'm not saying that there's anything that the developer is doing something bad or good, or that I want them to be doing something. I'm just saying for myself, when I develop my games, deal, alright? If you're playing it, deal. I mean, that's not good from a business/commercial standpoint. But, I mean, most of what I've made so far isn't I wasn't doing it for for commercial reasons. If it is for commercial reason,
forge a new path.
Basically more for business, no. But most of them were for research purposes. What I would like to do, and that's how I know this, and that's why I'm more comfortable with doing what I will with my own games. Of course, that's not to say I ignore criticism where it exists. I'm just saying that I know I have... Oh my goodness, no paralysis! I have an idea of what I want my games to be, and again, most of them up to this point were for research purposes, so finding out what works for me, for others, for the game itself, for the genre that I make them for, and here and there,
I actually believed in this
what to do, like, again, business decisions, marketing decisions, what kind of music I want, when to use music, when to add sound effects, what kind of sound effects are good, how that affects certain operating systems, what bugs on certain operating systems. It's a whole list of things that that can be a lot for one person to do, and it helps to be proficient in as many things as possible. So, oh, we have 2 waves. Whoops. I was here waiting. I mean, I could speed it up, but I just want to be sure of what's happening on screen. That said, retiring dance as fast as possible. I don't think she's going to get to, so this could be really bad for us. Ooh. Well, Christoph, do you have enough for a focused prayer? You don't. Well, I know what you can do then. Let's hope Bria doesn't die, and what we're gonna do is Fairy Incense...
It's my turn.
Twice this turn. Or once. Yeah, once. I have to do some amount of damage, otherwise the healing's just gonna outdo my damage, and I would have gained nothing from it. Yeah, dodge that with the evasion buff. We're also bleeding a lot, but again, yeah, these dogs should die to the Oblumbra Judge Light twin sister combo, but as for what's happening to the rest of the front row, I'm not feeling as confident in.
Don't cry.
But let's find out. Yeah, those dogs should go down. I think she's gonna cast Pillar Heal, unless she cast, no, she cast Pillar Heal. Good, that's more turns I get to rest. And, Christoph is gonna do the regular AoE heal of items. And that knight in the back is gonna power up. Deep Focus? Yeah, Deep Focus. I think they have attack and speed buff. That guy has every single buff under the sun, but go, Adjutants, do your work. I did stutter there for a moment. Still not enough. Well, even if someone goes down, 1, we don't need the mana, so I don't really care as much. And 2, we have Christoph to pick everyone back up anyway, so, you know, to a random row, and that row is going to be the only row left, so I should be doing that. You know what I'm actually going to do with you, Ria? I'm not having you walk back up front before I focus prayer, and then we'll Judge Light again, just to tack on some extra so-and-so. At least figure out what happens. Priestess casts Spiralux. Oh, my goodness, that damage.
It's time to be judged.
Well,
Judge Light.
That's why I did what I did this turn. At least Christoph and Faratras have to stay as they are.
believed in this one!
Get up, Suzaku. Kristoff will put his hands on your chest and pump that light into your heart as this knight does an attack that is the title of other games. And there's an explosion at your feet, blowing your legs off. As Lepto goes in between and throws his knife there as well. I'm running out of things to say. I admit it. We have like at least 2 fights left. Well, one with Soraya, if there is a fight at the end. The other is them if you're set to follow. Oh my goodness, the time? Please. Hi. Hello.
My turn.
Yeah, Ria, you will start doing your AoE again.
I shall forge a new path.
The healer in the back will leave. Oh my goodness, the misclicks. I don't have enough HP, actually. So, you know what I'm actually gonna do? He's gonna protect himself, so I'm gonna elixir myself. That might not be enough. I might want to do more, but... no, I'm not gonna take that risk. I'm just gonna Blumbra. We don't have enough yet, so Bone Crusher the back.
It's my turn.
And then Judge Light the front. Or everyone, really. Your wide forte is protecting the front. And that Axeman in the front is also going to be doing stuff, but that'll be for later. Suzaku, just make sure you live at least one Thunderclaw. Unless it goes onto Ria, but don't be paralyzed. Okay, good. The healer's going to go off, but, I mean... The important thing is to get rid of her as soon as possible. No.
Will you come out unscathed?
And now, be obliterated.
Well, Kristoff, let's find out. Oh, the miss is not good, though. Well, Kristoff should still be fine.
Oh, damn it! I bit my tongue.
Yeah, as long as Kristoff gets off the prayer, we should be fine. If he can, then I guess Rael will just pick herself up after the battle.
Perfect mana control is a given for a holy knight.
Go. Oh, the frostbite will help, though. I mean, Rial will still go down, but hey, everything helps. For everyone else in our party, for Tenebra,
I have a plan. Every target has a weakness.
Actually, you walk back up front, Ria, and Kristoff will pick you up. Tactical death. Go.
It's time to be judged. Judge Light.
Had to take a drink. All right, this should knock that man down. Shh, it's okay.
I actually believed in this one.
Get up, Ria. You're not done yet. He revives them and then buffs them. Listen, this is why we like Kristoff as our healer. If that's changed, I don't know what people are gonna do for AoE heals. It'll be interesting, but I can't imagine it'd be a fun time. This is on normal difficulty, to remind everyone.
I shall forge a new path.
But let's Stella Triplet. Everyone's AoE. The same AoE rotation we've done over and over, forward and back. This time there's no one to protect you guys, so just eat all this damage. On top of this.
It's my turn.
On top of this, yes.
Take this.
I heard a miss. I turned around to do something and I heard a miss.
Here's something you won't forget.
I didn't like that. But it's fine, the dog goes down anyway. I think the dog was the one who I missed on. Okay, never mind, it does matter because we didn't defeat it because of that. No! Okay, good. That's just bleed. I say it's just bleed. As Shiori proceeds to go under 1,000 HP. Help?
Oh, Bloombra!
Bum. Shiori is hurt. Someone help her. No, my MP. That's the big incense. Pixie incense. Wow, I'm getting materials. It's almost like there's another part of the game that I may have to do. And we'll see. He's coming! Quick, run! I mean, I could try to grind. Oh, there's more. Why? Why have you guys done this? It's no good. There's too many of them, says Suzaku. If this keeps up, everyone will soon be overwhelmed. With the flash of a fire effects, we get Phoebe. Hey, folks. Yeah, we missed you. We missed you a lot! Oh, come on, there's no need to flatter her, but she's cool, unless she's also secretly evil. A little bird told her that everyone was in a lot of trouble. Couldn't have come at a better time, says Faratras. Unfortunately, it is as Phoebe and Rhea had speculated. I see. That's Soraya. Friend shouldn't stab you in the back. Teehee, says Phoebe. She didn't actually say TV. It means that everyone will find the appropriate punishment for those who violate treaties with Magnolia. The country of spies and secret alleyways. Excuse Suzaku, but weren't we waiting for reinforcements? We only see an empress here. She am the reinforcements, silly kid. What? With all due respect, I don't know how one woman is gonna help, says Suzaku. They're distracted. Get them now, says the cultist. And then Phoebe turns around and pulls out Excalibur. Yep, as I said. A whole group of cultists got wiped out in an instant. Scary. Phoebe is the strongest mage on the entire continent. She can carry her own weight. It's nothing much, really. She just likes fireworks. She snaps her fingers and fire comes out. She already said that says that she hears a commotion coming from the outside. More enemies? Nope. Just Phoebe's forces and more comrades taking care of the matriarch's troops. So let's heat up the party and start putting everything on fire in this church? Ding ding, correct answer. Let's go, Suzaku. Stop complaining. She's an adjutant. Because that sixth party member slot is for something else. Can't do anything else. So let's just run into him. I mean, I could stay there. That way they have less accuracy on me, but we're feeling confident right now, as Shiori is close to dying. But she should be fine. She doesn't get to judge light, because I want to make sure she doesn't absolutely go down. So,
healing, I'm your man.
We're going to have you jump on the priestess in the back. Rhea steps back forward to the front. Let's just make sure she steps to the front, because I didn't feel confident with that. And you can just throw some pixie dust around us. No, you can throw some regular fairy dust around us. It's called fairy incense, but that's one syllable too much. No, the defense buff. I was going to say stop, but either way, I think it portrays my disappointment at having longer battles. But what do I expect? An easy fight? Come on, where's the challenge in that? If I wanted more challenge, I'd be on hardcore mode right now. But we're not. So she just heals up all the damage. Really, I maybe shouldn't be attacking. I should be, well, Suzaku doesn't have any self-buffs anyway, so... Hello.
And now, be obliterated!
Be obliterated, and miss. But be obliterated. Wow, didn't actually... If Rhea attacked...
From the sky, here I cometh valiantly! Ha!
It would have mattered, but it's fine. Leptos got our back.
Need a pyre? Coming!
Minefield. Hey, we know what mines are in this world. Hey, no. Yeah, she does do quite a bit, though. I imagine magic does well against all three of these frontline enemies. That said, retiring dance.
Let's see.
Cleave the front.
I have a mission to fulfill.
Cleave the front.
It's my turn.
And then pray, Kristoff. Pray for Volanya to punish these heathens. Actually, I can Spiral Light. Spiral Lex? Do I want a Spiral Lex? Let's find out how much damage this does. Unless this does something to someone. Oh, pain. Plain.
You shall be purified.
Plain pain. Okay, well, maybe that's a bit more. It costs less MP too, so you know what? Again, I'm not hurting for MP, but, you know. Step forward, Kristoff, and bask in the bodies on the floor. Hurt, groaning, in pain. Wave 2. There are 2 healers!
It's my turn!
Stop! I said no, you're gonna heal. Who am I kidding? Buff.
My turn.
More buffs. I think we can out-damage, right? If we all attack as one... I'm gonna Fortenebra. No, I'm not gonna Fortenebra. Who am I kidding? A Blumbra. Because I can't guarantee, since only 2 enemies are gonna be attacking this turn, yeah.
It's my turn.
Judge Light. Crit. Someone crit. I would like someone to crit, please. That would be very, very much appreciated. Yeah, Shiori.
Judge Light.
Show him the power of a Hoikade. Hoikadian? And they're burning. Stop! No! No! Okay, well that's a bit better, because Shiori already went, but the paralysis is not very much appreciated. Dance, Rhea, dance! And then, nope, Spiralex. Alright. I mean, Kristoff, as long as you do your job, as long as he didn't get paralyzed, I guess, is the best thing. And then there's a heal there, but, you know.
I actually believed in this one!
Whee! Too bad it doesn't cleanse paralysis. No!
Ha!
Go, Lepto. Go, Adjutants.
Oh, the flames of judgment!
As I move in my chair in the back. Oh, Phoebe, you're a big AoE. Come on, I love you. Come, stay as an adjutant. I mean, she's not in temp, so she's definitely an adjutant. But, hiya! Hiya! Scream if it hurts. I didn't get much preparation before this, right? It was directly into. I mean, maybe? No, it was directly into this chapter, so... Look at our levels, though. Don't walk into me. Don't do it. You better be set on guard, right? You're set on guard. No!